After installing the Giraffe Tools hose reel in my garage a couple of months ago, I loved it so much that I decided I'm going to replace the one in my backyard with a smaller version of this. So the first obvious difference here is the size of the unit. You can see this one's more compact than the larger one. The other difference here is this is a 5-inch or 5/8 inch hose here, where this is a 1/2 inch. I do a little more car washing and power washing out of my garage, where in the back I'm doing some light watering of the lawn, slip and slide type thing with the kids. So I went with the smaller hose here. One thing that is similar is you get the exact same hose nozzle. This is great. It sort of has this like fire hose style trigger on it. Does not leak whatsoever, not even once. I actually leave this hose reel turned on. You can see the spigot right there turned on. Has not leaked a drop in a couple of months. The way you hang this is also the same. You can see 4 bolts. You need a stud to get them into. And let's get back and install this in my backyard. The reason why I wanted this for the backyard is I just created a new patio space out here for entertaining and cooking. But this hose is just old, it's unsightly, and unwinding it and unwinding it is just a hassle. Half the time we just leave it out in the yard because it's such a hassle to rewind. So let's get to installing this. First thing you want to do is locate this little screw in the back, and we're going to take that out so that we can free up this hinge like this. We're going to fix this to the wall. We're going to make sure this end is up and the little screw part is on the bottom. The most challenging part is locating a stud that can take all 4 of these lag bolts. My job is simple because I already identified the stud by virtue of where the last hose was hung. But here's a quick tip. Wherever you see nail holes in wood siding, I realize not everybody has wood siding, but that is a good indicator that there is a stud right there. I already had a hole drilled from the previous, but it is a good idea to drill pilot holes so you don't split your siding. You can just use a ratchet for this. I'm going to speed things up using my impact driver. And you can see that's definitely a stud by how much effort the impact gun is taking. As they say, that's not going anywhere. Really, the work is done because all we need to do is set this on these posts here, and then we'll go in and retighten the screw. So the installation only took 2 tools. Really identical installation process on the small unit as the large unit. I like how this can go side to side, and also you can just kind of leave it over there on the side so that it's not obstructing as you're walking by or anything like that. Let's hook it up to the hose and see what kind of pressure difference there is between the 2 units. So you do want to make sure you put the gasket in the end of the hose. So let's turn this on and see if it leaks. That's water from the last sort of spill. So let's see here. We'll fire this up. Oh, plenty of power. Plenty of power. That's got some distance to it. Let's get the, there we go. Oh yeah, we got some serious power coming out of this. Here we are with a side-by-side comparison. On the left, you'll see the small model that I installed in my backyard. And on the right, we have the larger model that's in my garage. Streams are very similar, water pressure very similar. All right, so the real value in a hose reel is how does it reel back up? So let's pull this thing out. Let's keep going a little ways here. Okay, and now we'll set it down. You can see it locks into place nicely. And we'll give it a little tug. It reels in very quickly. The question becomes, which unit do you get? The smaller one or the larger one? And I think it comes down to what hose length do you need and what are you using it for? Like a power washer that really consumes a lot of water, I might be going with a little bit thicker hose, but it's up to you as to what you're doing. If you're doing things in the backyard like watering the lawn and using a slip and slide versus, you know, power washing and doing some other heavier duty things. But this is working great. This I expect will meet my needs, and I know for sure the large one has met my needs for everything I've wanted. Great build on both of them, very similar. Just what size do you need?